With the lights off, is this dangerous? Here we are now.
You can lose the depression by music, or you can get it. Hi out there! In the last week we talked about judgment in music and competition. And I was really hard to the typical classic musicians and to the ones they tried to get higher, better, faster and faster. So you can get the impression that I don't like the classics, but it's totally wrong. This would be too easy to say. In each genre you found so many characters, and one of these characters who's totally destroying every impression of a typical classic piano player is Elias. Elias is a great musician and he's part of my team and I'm very proud of this. I should say this. He's a very empathic and very emotional person, and when he's playing music, when he's playing piano, then he tries to transfer all these emotions, all these stories.
Also oft ist es so, wenn ich mich neu an ein Stück ransetze.
When I started practicing a new piece, the emotion comes up automatically, but sometimes it's a process. Emotion grows the longer you work on a piece and become more complex.
Immer weiter und die Emotion bildet sich immer weiter komplexer heraus, je länger man an einem Stück sitzt.
Now the biggest project you have this time is for your examination, Sergei Prokofiev Piano Concert No. 2. That's a really difficult piece. Whoa! Why did you decide for this?
Cause it's just great.
That's honest. Okay. Your prof brought you in touch with the toccatas of Prokofiev at first. Why did you decide against this? Because it would be maybe a little bit more easy for you.
Ja, also es war so, dass mir die
My teacher showed me the toccata and actually I liked it. It reminds me of techno, but I missed the musical parts like long phrases and the build-up. Then he showed me the piano concert No. 2 and I liked it a lot and wanted to play it.
Und das sich aufbauende, und da hat er mir dann das Klavierkonzert Nummer 2 gezeigt und ich war hin und weg und wollte es unbedingt spielen.
So you would say sometimes in the music you have to play too less story.
In the toccata there wasn't enough story for me.
In the actual piano concert you have these parts where you have the feeling, where you get in contact with your emotional world.
Es gibt da zum Beispiel eine Stelle, die ich
For example, there's a part that I like a lot. It's the building up motive repeating in the piece for many times, sounding like climbing upstairs.
Wie so eine Treppe, die sich aufbaut. Immer weiter nach oben.
It goes up and up till reaching a point to transform into a transcendental space.
Kraftvolle Fläche, die wirklich das höchste der Gefühle ist.
That means also each time when you hear this motive it grows and grows and gets bigger and bigger.
Yes.
How old are you now?
23,
Okay, and when did you start playing piano?
in the age of 8.
Okay, what brought you to this?
Also ich habe damals im
I played in a children's theater group and while the break, someone played Für Elise from Beethoven and I was very moved by that, so I just wanted to play the piano.
jemand Klavier gespielt für Elise von Beethoven und ich war so ergriffen, dass ich dann unbedingt Klavier spielen wollte.
Touched in his heart in the soft age of 8 years by Beethoven.
Yes.
Elise. Wow. So do you know the original title of this song?
Diese.
Pour Eloise. And what's the name of your girlfriend?
Luise.
Do you think it's comparable what you do?
Nein, ist es nicht. Also technisch ja, emotional nein.
Okay, that's a nice line to make a difference. Tell me more about the emotional.
Also jeder Pianist bringt seine eigene Emotion ins Spiel rein.
Every pianist brings in his own emotions, and the more complex the music, the more complex the emotion that develops. This emotional framework looks different for every pianist and therefore cannot be compared.
Und ja, dieses Emotionsgerüst sieht bei jedem Pianisten anders aus, würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Deswegen kann man das nicht miteinander vergleichen.
Oh, so you mean it's also a little bit a part of sympathy and antipathy?
Ja.
Okay. Which role plays the audience?
Also ich finde, dass das Publikum auch Teil des Ganzen ist, weil man spielt.
I think the audience is part of it. You play and that is picked up by the audience and transformed into other emotions. They are part of the interpretation.
Menschen, die das hören und dann wird es auch Teil der Interpretation.
Wow, so the audience is part of the interpretation of the interpretation of the interpret.
Ja.
Sergei Prokofiev wrote this piece in remembership to an old friend he lost. It was short before beginning of the World War I. Do you think you can feel parts of this inside the piece?
Ja, also dieses Gefühl der Trauer, dass dadurch, dass dieses Stück sich immer weiter aufbaut, ist es eigentlich wie mit der
Yes, the feeling of sadness is present because the piece continues to build up. Like losing a loved one, you can't really believe it at first.
Ist es, denke ich, im ersten Moment sehr
But the further the time passes, the clearer it becomes that the human is no longer there. There is also a big outbreak in the piece, perhaps comparable to an emotional outburst.
dann, dass dieser Mensch nicht mehr da ist und es gibt ja auch diesen großen Ausbruch. Da könnte man dann sagen, so, das ist jetzt so der komplette Gefühlsausbruch der Musik.
It's a little bit like an actor, so you have to get part of this piece for yourself when you are going to interpret it in a really emotional and honest way.
Ja, also meine eigene Interpretation, ich sehe es fast.
My own interpretation is comparable to Lord of the Rings. That also fits well with the time. I see this outbreak not just as an outbreak of grief, but an outbreak of evil. I have a little metaphor.
Den kann man nicht nur als den Ausbruch der Trauer sehen, das könnte man auch als Ausbruch des Bösen sehen. Ich habe so eine kleine Metapher.
In the beginning there is a mystical theme, like the Shire, and the outbreak is the eruption of Mount Doom, and then it's back the Shire.
Und dann dieser komplette Ausbruch ist dann wie der Ausbruch des Schicksalsbergs und am Ende kommt der erste Teil wieder, es geht zurück ins Auenland.
Did you ever reach the point that you made yourself sad by playing piano?
That happens really often.
Wow. Anti-therapy. you can lose the depression by music or you can get it.
Also,
So the Prokofiev project is something bigger for you. It's not only your examination, you're going to play this with the orchestra.
ja, I hope. Ich hoffe. Jetzt. Also ich habe vor, das im
I
Februar
plan to do it with an orchestra in February or March. I hope it will work. That would be a cool thing. I hope that Corona will not throw a spanner in the works.
mir da keinen Strich durch die Rechnung macht.
He's a little afraid because his last concert with the Beethoven Piano Concert number 3 was cancelled because of the COVID theme. So we don't know what happens. This is COVID, this is Germany. When you was a little boy, do you dreamt of playing together with a big orchestra? Aki snoring, yes. Miss Paris, Aki is snoring, you heard him. So do you ever dreamt of playing together with a big concert, with a big orchestra?
Also mein Traum war es immer.
My dream has always been to play Rachmaninoff No. 2 with an orchestra in a concert. I think Prokofiev is a good step in the right direction.
Der richtige Weg in die richtige Richtung, ein großer Schritt dahin auf jeden Fall.
Do you know the movie Shine?
Nein.
No, it's a really interesting movie. It's all about a musician who tries to play this concert on stage. And the moment when he reached the point, his brain is damaged. So you see, there are so many characters and faces also in the classical genre, and of course I have big respect for all the work they do, all the work they spend into the music, and it was an honor to have you here. I wish you good luck for your future, I wish you good luck for your examination and for your concert, and I hope that we can have an impression of the Prokofiev live on stage with orchestra, and until this, let's do some music.
Yes.
Bats.
And I forgot just why I taste. Oh yeah, I guess it makes me smile. I found it hard, it's hard to find a world would ever make